If you've been watching this channel for the last 3 weeks, I have been focusing a lot of my content on the migrant crisis. And of course, in certain cities in America, it's more noticeable. Chicago and New York City, to be exact. We have evidence of African Americans changing their political parties to vote red. One of them has been Kata Truss. And voting for Brandon Johnson, in which she did before, she's now changed her tune. And she said this.
I'm not gonna say he was solid. I'm gonna say I was willing to give him a chance. Let me just say that. You know, we tend to, and like I said, Brandon Johnson was a lesson for not just myself, but should be a lesson for Black folks. And I say this now, you know, we have a tendency to vote for people because they look like us. We vote for people because they're Democrats. And, you know, traditionally, Black people always support Democrats. And so we kind of go along with that. And one of the things that happened with Brandon Johnson was he was really a lesson to me and probably to other Blacks that we can't just be out here voting for people because they look like us. And we definitely can't be supporting people just because they're Democrats, because Brandon Johnson, as well as President Biden, as well as our Governor Pritzker, are showing us what the Democratic Party really feels about Black people. So now it's time for us to stand up and say, you know what? We can't keep doing that anymore.
That's right. Voting for people just because they're Black and you think you have some similarities, it's a very dangerous thing. And you see conservative outlets like Fox News, instead of trying to deal with African Americans in the same way that Democrats want to belittle them, what are they doing? They're inviting disgruntled people on, having discussions, intellectual discourses, talking about the issues. At least the Republicans are doing that. They're talking about the issues. Well, what is Joe Biden doing? Well, let's play a clip of what Joe Biden did and Tommy Sotomayor giving some clarity to it.
Tommy Sotomayor is a radio show host. Tommy, you are my envoy to Black America. Johnny's my correspondent. You're my envoy. Will the chicken summit be effective?
No, because let me tell you something, Jesse. He forgot to bring watermelon and grape drink. Now, if he had brought watermelon and grape drink, that would have completed the trifecta. But he felt like we only like chicken, and we need these things in conjunction with each other. And I'm just sad that he decided to carry it a little farther and say, let me get a hamburger so I can let you know I'm different than you. I don't know if you heard that part. He decided to have a hamburger. He didn't want none of that Negro food.
He did not want the chicken, that's for sure.
That's right. Joe Biden, instead of dealing with the issues that affect Black Americans, he's going to their houses and he's eating chicken dinners. But it's just not him. You see, the VP Kamala Harris is doing things similar. Now, we know her stance on reparations. She doesn't want to give anybody reparations. Again, whenever you ask Joe Biden or Kamala Harris about reparations or things for Blacks, they're also going to talk about a rising tide lifts all boats. So if we just worried about America, then everything will be okay, even though they want your Black vote. And when they want your Black vote, they're going to come to a Black family and eat chicken dinners. But if you ever talk about your issues and what you need, it's then going to change to a discussion about, well, a rising tide lifts all boats. So the Democrats or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris never like to address issues affecting Black people. They don't like to do it, despite always getting their votes. So how does Kamala Harris want to try to influence young Black women? Well, here's a small clip of this young lady who went to the VP. And I want you to hear the kind of music that was played at the VP's house. That's right. Sexy Red. I know it's unbelievable, right? This young woman and many other Black women that are at least teenagers, probably no more than 18 or 19, maybe college bound, all of these ladies. Some of these ladies are adults, okay? They are playing Sexy Red in the White House. Now, Sexy Red, we all know who she is. Her lyrics are so terrible and so derogatory. If I read them, literally read them on YouTube, the video will be demonetized. I know that because I've tried that before. I've literally tried to read Sexy Red's lyrics right here on YouTube, and YouTube was like, yeah, that video is demonetized. And so Kamala Harris, instead of trying to help young Black women understand what they're going to get from the Democratic Party, no, let's entertain them. That's all that happens. Remember when Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump What was her last ditch effort? Let's bring LeBron and some of these Cardi B's and these affluent actors and actresses, and let's just have a concert. Like, forget about your issues. Your issues are worthless anyway, because, well, you're the African American community and we don't really care about your issues. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's give them a party. And how can we try to reach them? Well, we think that all they like is ratchetness and destruction, so let's reach them as if they're not humans. Let's never talk about the lyrics. Let's give them what they think they want, which is ultimate destruction in the lyrics. Let's play Sexy Red, who's a single mom with 2 kids and tattoos everywhere, who's pretty much the negative stereotype of every black lady in that room who never wants to be considered Sexy Red, but they love her music. That is what Kamala Harris wants to do. Listen, this is the blueprint of how to deal with African Americans are to deal with blacks, which is something different than I'm seeing from what Republicans are trying to do. Republicans are not trying to deal with it in that same way, although one of the idiots said that those Donald Trump gold shoes was trying to reach the black community, which is also very stupid. But no, what they're at least doing is addressing the issues, which is at least something more than what Kamala Harris wants to do. You see, the thing is, blacks shouldn't be, stuck to either party, Republicans or Democrats. We need to be stuck to a party or commit to a party that will actually give us what we're looking for. That requires having an agenda. The only agenda that the African American community has showed liberals that they will accept is that of a good time and vibes, okay? So all that we need to do is give you vibes. We intend to get your vote because all we need to do is post some twerking music and you should be able to deal with the twerking music. Now let me read some of these people who are upset about this. A lady by the name of Harriet Eve says this: get on social media dragging rapper Sexy Red for her over-sexualized lyrics and degenerate behavior. Then go to the house of Democratic VP Kamala Harris, proudly partying to none other than Sexy Red's music. Oh, well, I didn't know Kamala Harris talked about her music. Black chauvinist, painful observation. So VP Kamala Harris plays Sexy Red at White House party for HBCU students. This level of pandering to gutter values will keep, number 1, make Joe Biden a one-term president, and 2, keep black people stagnant compared to other groups. Get mad, it's still true, okay? Dom LaCroix, a breaker of narrative, says this: developing. Kamala Harris hired a DJ and invited black students from HBCUs to the White House and played Sexy Red Ski Yee in a new attempt to pander to the black community, despite Sexy Red stating that she supports Donald Trump October 3rd last year, which is very true. So again, this is a mockery. And again, most of these young ladies who are in college do not want to be seen or viewed in the same light as Sexy Red. They just don't. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in college. But hey, let's vibe and let's play some music and let's turn up, because, it doesn't really matter what your issues are. When you become college graduates, what is the economy going to be like? Do you want to be married? Do you want to have a husband? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to be respected? No, that doesn't matter to them at all. And we need to understand it doesn't matter to them and not be upset about it. We're going to get this sort of treatment. If the Democrats don't want to compete for the vote or we don't make them, guess what? Even the Republicans will start to do it. Yes, I said it. Even they're not doing it now, but they will. It can happen. And then nobody will take you serious. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson. Back at it again with another episode here on Kanganda. I'm out.